Alright, I'm recording.
Fuck, what are we supposed to do at this point? Do you want to do the intro?
Yeah.
It's been a minute. We've been on vacation.
Yeah. Fucking vacation.
Oh, so good though. It was.
Yeah.
Anyway. Hey everybody, it's Tall Trey, and welcome to another episode of Comedy Manners with me and
Azalea Renee.
And we are gonna just let y'all get to know a little bit more about us because y'all asked for it and y'all get what y'all asked for.
So sit back, relax, and learn a little something about us. Fuck!
Hey everybody, it's Tall Trey and I'm one of your hosts.
And I'm Azalea Renee.
And our special guest is depression. Oh, yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
They're the same picture. Anyway, y'all wanted to know about us, so here we are.
I'm just going to go ahead and just say, I'm sorry. You get what you asked for. We're along for the ride just as much as you are. And yeah, it is what it is.
It's still going to be better than every trip to the VA.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's rounding up from 0. So, Azalea, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a transgender comedian from Macon, Georgia. I am also an Army veteran.
Nobody's perfect.
Well, at least I can do math without counting on my fingers, and I don't drool when I see crayons.
Listen, crayons are multi-purpose. They're for snacks and they're for counting. It all adds up.
Yeah, I've been doing comedy off and on for, God, I think like the past 4 or 5 years, but like really just been like hitting it hard for like the past 2.
Yeah, you've been hitting it like Michael Jackson's dad did all of those things. Like you have been killing it and making success.
It is an awkward thing. Like you mentioned, like, yeah, like our host is depression. Like that's one of the things that kind of kept me like in and out of the scene for a long time is I'd get like these real manic highs and I'm like, I'm going to go out and do comedy and all this other stuff and then have like a real good time, kill it, and then just drop off the face of the earth because of my bipolar. And I'd go into these huge depressions and just bleh.
Well, I want to quote one of my heroes, and that's Chris Titus. You know, he was talking about his mom, and it was the Valentine's episode. I don't remember what it's called, but it's Valentine's Day. He got divorced. It's like the anniversary of his mom and his sister's death. Like all of these, you should go home and cry. And he does a comedy special because of it. And he's quoting his mom because she was unmedicated bipolar.
Yeah.
And he was like, she told me, like, you will never know how high my highs are or how low my lows are. And that resonates. Because, you know, there is no genius without a spark of insanity. And we're all like Guy Fawkes Day. Like,
yeah.
But you and I actually met just playing D&D because that's what all the cool kids do.
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm a huge. We are huge nerds.
Oh yeah. Multiple Spider-Man tattoos.
I've got actually a whole Fallout sleeve on my arm. The video game Fallout, a whole tattoo sleeve.
Because not all those that wander are lost. But
Exactly.
Everyone that plays Fallout is.
For the most part.
Yeah, but we met playing D&D, and you were funny as shit. You were cool. You were another veteran, and I begged you to come do comedy because you were funny as shit. And you couldn't do it. And then you introduced me to some crazy girl, which is kind of my MO.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we that is something that we do not, in my family, she is that which we do not name.
I got a couple names for her, but this is you know.
Yeah, she's the Lord Voldemort in our family.
No, that nose goes in everybody's business. It ain't invisible.
Man, wild times. God,
how long ago?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then I started the comedy scene here, and had it moving and had some setbacks, and then. Did you ever do HUDs?
I didn't do HUD. I don't think I did HUDs.
Okay, because that was the Black Sheep comedy movement, which Juicy Jones started. Mm-hmm. But that is one of the worst venues I've ever done comedy at. It's a pool hall. And when I say pool hall, I mean there may be more pool tables than people that came to see the goddamn show.
Wait, where is HUDs?
Outskirts of Macon.
Okay,
and
no,
there are more Trump flags than there are different types of liquor.
Yeah, that was pre-transition me, and I was still really drinking back then. That was before I stopped drinking.
Kind of sad we never did that together. We could have gotten alcohol poisoning because I applaud you quitting drinking and your strength because I can't.
Well, a lot of it was okay. So I used to be a real bad alcoholic. Like when I got out of the military, I was kind of like, okay, so I do not like this time of year. I fucking hate Christmas. Mm-hmm. And here's the reason why. In 2010, on the same day, I got out of the Army, which you think is a good thing, but then drove my then wife to the airport with my child, was served divorce papers, then went home to an empty apartment because I had to final out that day. So basically, I lost everything I even cared about in one day, and that was right before Christmas.
Do I come over there and hug you? Are you
good? I mean, I'm good now, but that was like a long, long time ago, but it still kind of burns me at my core.
Yeah, that's a lot for one day.
Instead of dealing with it like a healthy adult, I turned to alcohol. I became like a raging alcoholic for a while. And then I decided to tone it down because it was killing me at one point.
Well, I'm glad it didn't. Otherwise, we would not be here. You are definitely giving the piggyback as far as this podcast is.
And that was when I was a touring musician at the time. Is when I really actually got it under
Also,
control.
If y'all are into punk music at all, check that band out. It fucking slaps. It slaps like Bobby Brown did Whitney Houston.
I used to be a bass player for two different bands. One was well known here in Macon. I mean, it was fairly well known.
The 4-7 I Hate It Here.
It was Stranger Than Most. We were a punk reggae band. And then I had moved to Atlanta for school.
Ew.
And then I was the bass player for a hardcore punk band that we went all over the place with, called Above Repute. And I did that for a very long time. And between the drinking there, which it got bad again, and all the medications that I was taking for my back from injuries in the military, I was like, I had to stop.
At least you didn't go full Phil Anselmo's.
And then I kind of just was drinking responsibly for a while. And I think the kicker for me, this is a long-winded thing about me stopping drinking, but A few years ago, I finally got like all my bipolar medications and depressive medications like under control. And I was noticing that I was like still depressed, but it was mostly anytime I'd go out drinking. And so I was like, well, I think I'm just going to stop because I like the way I feel on my mental health meds because I'm more balanced.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rather be a little sad for a short time than riding this weird storm wave of emotions. And so I just decided to stop drinking. And then what really solidified it was the person I was seeing at the time told me, I think I liked you a lot better when you were drunk. And I was like, cool. That hurt my feelings so much.
That's
then
brutal.
I really haven't picked up drinking ever since. I might have like the occasional drink for celebration purposes, but like we did for Halloween when we launched the podcast, but it's like one drink and I'm done.
I applaud and look up to you so much for that because I cannot. Like, I can't just have one. Like, I'm drinking now. If I'm having one, I'm drinking until I hate myself the next day. You know, it is what it is. I did try the anti-anxiety, antidepressant medications, but they made me, like, extra sad. Like, you know, we have our good days and our bad days and the high highs and the low lows, but, like, I couldn't get out of bed to clean myself with the shit they had me on. And what really hurt was I found out that they have a test to where they can take like blood and figure out what antidepressives, anti-anxiety shit will work with you, but they won't use it until you've had 4 or 5 bad experiences with drugs because it's expensive. And I'm like, I was suicidally sad. Are you shitting me? Like, why are y'all not valuing human life? Wow, this got way heavier than every fucking one we've done. I'm so sorry.
No, hey, people ask for it. I'll put a trigger warning in the thing. But like, this is part of comedy. This is the backside of comedy. This is what drives me to be funny, and I feel like it for you. It's almost the same thing. Like
we try and give the happiness we don't have.
Exactly.
Like Robin Williams, you know, like I was in the Marines, right? Not my best call. You know, I was a minesweeper in the Marines, and they paired me up with a dog because I was too tall to be in any vehicle, which probably saved my life. Like, yeah. I don't care how bad your day is. You get to pet a dog. It's a good fucking day. You know, so I did that. I did the Mars invasion. I did the banging and singing. I dealt with a lot of shit, right? But the thing with the Marines is, because I was unmarried.
Yeah.
Which they don't pay you as much, which is bullshit. Get married, you have kids, you get paid more in the military, which I'm saving them money. Like that, we should get paid the same. So I'd go to work, I'd get off work, I'd live right beside the people I worked with, and we'd just be out there, and they'd all still be in camis, and I'd be in jeans and a t-shirt, because, ew.
Yeah.
I don't want to associate fun with my work clothes, unless you're fucking getting some. Listen, there's some joys in life. Mag dumping is right up there at the top. But the way I started comedy is we'd be out there and we'd just be bullshitting. We'd tell stories, and you know, I'd tell stories and I'm like, oh fuck, East, because you know that's part of my last name. Tell me that one story. I'm like, oh, that's a 2-beer story. Like, you got to give me 2 beers. Not that Milwaukee's best bullshit. Coors are better, motherfucker.
Oh, what I used to do is like music's always been a big part of my life, and I actually got started